All right, y'all. Can you guess where we're at today? You guessed right. We're at sterile processing, hoping to take a peek around. Let's go take a look and meet the team.
Hey folks, I'm here with Tom, Derek, and Natalie in the SPD department. So we're going to get some good information from them today. How long has your department been a part of the hospital?
Since 1974.
Like when we opened?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Can you give us a brief overview of your responsibilities here in SPD?
Sure. Here in SPD, we reprocess instruments. So they come from the OR, soiled. So we process them through decontamination, and then they have to go through a washer process. And then on this side, we assemble the instruments and sterilize them in autoclave, and then we prepare them to get sent back to the OR.
Great. Okay, what's one fun fact about your department that many don't know?
I'll give you two. One is that we're standing in front of our new washer that we just started using today. So this now takes us to 3 full new washers for this department this year. The other fun fact that people might not know is that with some of our cooling times for our instrumentation, depending on what level, how much surface area we have inside of a contained instrument set, it can take up to several hours for our instruments to cool once they come out of the autoclave.
That is very interesting. And who is your longest serving team member?
I'm going to take this one. Our longest serving team member is Natalie. She's actually been with us since 1977.
That's amazing. Derek, if you could swap jobs with anyone in the hospital for a day, who would it be or what department would it be in?
I would say a surgical assistant, scrub tech, because they actually get to work in the room, in the operating room, and they get to pass the instruments to the doctor and first assistants. So it's more hands-on.
Is that something that you want to look into in the future?
Yeah, I haven't closed the door on it,
Okay.
so maybe we'll go that route.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could use good surgical assistants.
Yeah.
All right. What's the strangest thing you found in the break room fridge?
Oh my God. Years ago, someone put a live fish in there. In the refrigerator, a whole
fish.
It was
like a goldfish from the carnival.
No, it was a whole fish. It was dead, but somebody put it in there. Someone had, I guess, gave it to someone, to take home, and we kept wondering what was the smell in the refrigerator, and it was, like a whole catfish.
I think you're gonna win that question
Yes.
for the whole hospital. Okay. What is the most fancy instrument you've ever had to sterilize?
I don't know. We get a lot of really fancy ones, but I think the fanciest has to be our endoscopes upstairs. Not the bronchoscopes, I mean the GI endoscopes. Those seem to me to be the most complex and the most, probably the fanciest single instrument we do.
They're also the most expensive when we break them.
They are pretty expensive for sure.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want the hospital to know about you?
Well, I came right after high school here, believe it or not, yes. And I've been here since 77, like he says, and it's going on 50 years in May. And I'm actually retiring in June.
Congratulations! That is a good
So, yeah, it is.
Congratulations.
Well,
and
thank
you
you
for your years of service.
Well, thank you.
Okay, and you've given all of your knowledge to everyone else in the department before you leave, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. All right.
Let me see. This up here is one of our brain lab sets, and then you've got some ortho in here as well.
Very fun. Okay, so after they come out of the washer, you assemble them.
Correct.
And then where did they go to be sterilized?
So then they go to these large, so then they go to these large autoclaves over here. So you can see we've got an assembly station here where they're working on putting things back together. And then they're packaged and put into one of these 3 autoclaves here. Or they go through a V-Pro sterilization process.
Okay. And what does autoclave mean?
So the autoclave, the autoclave started from a pressure cooker. So if you think back like to the historical, it originated out of pressure cookers. And so it's really just a big pressure cooker. Now there's been some changes to how these work and how the pressure is actually removed from these chambers over time, over the years. But that's essentially what you're looking at, is just a really large pressure cooker.
Okay. And then they come out on the other side?
No, they actually come out on the same side, and then we use this here for our cooling area. Right now, everything's getting ready to go in, so we don't have anything that's hot. But you can feel these autoclaves, they go up to 272 degrees for their cycle. And so once things start to come out, you can imagine it gets warm right through this area through here.
Thank you all so much for joining us here at the Sterile Processing Department. We will see you next week for our next edition of 50th Anniversary Video.
Bye.